Hey everybody, this is Kip Johnson and Fred with Jones Group Realtors, and this video this week is going to be about the pros and cons of living in Corbett, Oregon. Alright, let's get into this. The pros and cons of living in Corbett, Oregon. The number one pro of living in Corbett, Oregon is the school district. USnews.com ranked Corbett High School the number 4 high school in Oregon and the number 3 high school in the Portland Metro High School. Corbett High School is ranked very highly on their performance on state required tests, their graduation rates, and the way they prepare kids for college. The number 2 pro for living in Corbett, Oregon is you're close to outdoor recreations. Corbett is very close to the Gorge, which has a ton of hiking, has Multnomah Falls. The Gorge also has world-renowned windsurfing that people travel to from all over the world. You're close to the Sandy River, which is great salmon fishing in the salmon fishing season, but you can also go rafting down the river in the summer, and you can go out on the Sandy River beaches and just hang out. I know that for me in high school, that was the place we always went. We'd always go down to this place called Blue Hole, and it was just an amazing little place that we would go to. You're also close to Mount Hood, which has three major skiing areas on it. Ski Bowl, which is the lowest elevation ski area, but it's also the largest night skiing area in the country. And then it also has Timberline, where it has the glacier that the USA ski team, I don't know if they still do, but they used to train at that area. And then you have Mount Hood Meadows, which is probably the more popular area for people to go skiing at. It's got some decent terrain, and when the snow is good, it's an amazing place to go skiing or snowboarding. Hey, I hope you're really liking what you're seeing right now in this pros and cons video. If you are, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and also if you wait till the end of the video, I'm going to be showing you what you can get with $1 million in Corbett, Oregon, because I'm going to be listing a house very soon that's going to be worth $1 million. Okay, the number 3 pro of living in Corbett, Oregon is it's a small town community with a population of only 3,331. It's a very small community, and the pro of this, the most I think, is that the neighbors watch out for each other. It also has a median home price of $633,000. Comparing that to the median home price of a home in Oregon of $438,000, you're bringing in a little higher clientele to this community, and you're not having any apartment complexes. There's no high density housing developments, so you're surrounded by kind of like-minded people. The number 4 pro of living in Corbett, Oregon is that it's still close to the city. Now, what does this mean? Well, Corbett, you're going to get a little bit larger lots, which I'm going to talk about in the next pro, but it's the closest area probably to Gresham and Portland that you can get those larger lots in the 10s, 20s, 30 acre lots, and be close to the Portland metro area. You're only 9 miles away from Gresham, and you're only 22 miles away from Portland. So while you're still out and you're able to do the things that you want to do with your land, you still are close to the things that a big city like Portland brings. Restaurants, the Blazers, the NBA team that we have, the Portland Trail Blazers, the Winterhawks, our junior hockey team, the Portland Timbers, the professional soccer team that we have, the Thorns, the women's soccer team that we have. Great restaurants are all downtown, and some of the restaurants that in Gresham are also great little areas to eat. The number 5 pro for living in Corbett, Oregon is how close you are to the freeway system. Now, this could be number 1 really easily. Unless you're living right on the freeway system, most cities aren't this accessible to the freeway system. But Corbett is only 1.5 miles away from I-84. but it's up a hill, so you're not getting the crazy sound noise from the freeway system that a lot of flatter areas would. You're also only 17 miles away from the Portland International Airport, which has flights going all over the country and has been voted the nicest airport in the country. The number 6 pro of living in Corbett, Oregon is the lot size, larger lots. Now, you're not going to find in Corbett, you're not going to find little subdivisions where you have a bunch of houses crammed up against each other. You're not going to find houses with no yard. And in Corbett, you're going to be able to find lots or houses with large amounts of land, 80, 100 acres. Now, that's not all of them, but you're able to find those different lots out here, which I think is a big pro for Corbett. But the average lot size is much larger than you're going to find in Gresham or Troutdale or Fairview or the other surrounding cities. Okay, now on to our cons. The number 1 con for living in Corbett, Oregon is the wind blows. Corbett does have a pretty decent amount of wind, but there are pockets of Corbett that you can really get nestled down and get away from the east wind. The east wind is mostly what you're going to fight with, and that is coming right out of the Columbia River Gorge. But if you're into that windsurfing or you're into some of the other wind sports like kite surfing, you're that much closer to it, and so this might be a pro. But there are areas that you can get into in Corbett that it's not going to be as windy because of where it lies in the land and in the hills. Okay, the number 2 con for living in Corbett, Oregon is going to be the lack of big name restaurants. You're not going to find, your Outback Steakhouse or your Red Robin in Corbett, Oregon, but you're going to find, family-owned stuff. There's family-owned pubs and bars and little restaurants that you're still able to eat at, but are owned by community members. So you're going to be able to get to know those restaurant owners a lot better, or the people that work there. So if you like that type of community where you kind of know everybody, that 3,331 person community, you're going to be able to get to know people, which I think is a plus. Okay, the number 3 con of living in Corbett, Oregon is the snowfall or the winter weather. Now, while it's not that bad, it's just a little bit more than the cities around it. It's more than Gresham and Portland. Gresham and Portland usually get about one day or one big snowstorm a year. And while Corbett is very similar, it's not going to get a bunch of snow. That snow and that ice is going to stick around a little longer because it is at higher elevation, and it does have a little more of a wind. If you like what you've seen in Corbett and you think, man, this is the place I can live, but you want to know what you can get for your money, I have a video coming out right now that you can go click on in the link below in the comments. There's a link for a video that says, what can you buy for $1 million in Corbett, Oregon? It's a house that I am listing right now, and it's going to be listed for $1 million. Go check it out. I bet you're going to like it. Hey, again, thank you so much for watching this video, and if you like what I'm producing, please like this video and subscribe to my channel and click that little update button or that bell icon so you know when I'm putting out content. And if you would like to know the value of your home, just send me over a text at 971-645-2019, and I can get to going on figuring out what the actual value of your home is going to be. And I guarantee I'm more reliable than Zillow.